The video recording for YouTube.
Cool. What's up, YouTube?
What up, YouTube?
What up?
Alrighty, and
YouTube video before I came here.
Right?
Oh,
yeah. You have to.
And last thing, actually,
he already did.
He already did. Oh, check it out, dude.
Ahead of
I
the
love
game.
it. Ahead of the game.
My IG actually is Yousif
Yousif
and one L. Yousif.
and one L.
Same thing with his name,
Yes.
right?
Did I misspell it?
Yeah.
My bad, bro. My bad.
Y-O-U.
Y-O-U
Like
and
you.
one L. And this is fantastic.
It is a tricky name, not too common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my fault, man. Still,
I get that too. Don't worry.
he does actually.
I get that my whole life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all right. Yeah.
Here we go. Preview to program, and it's fixed.
Boom. So Facebook,
All right.
by the way, has a delay, like a few seconds, but we're good.
Yeah.
I love it.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
And we are going for the podcast in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of
Business Bros.
Yes.
Love it.
This is my second podcast today, dude.
I know,
All
that's
kinds of
exciting.
energy going.
The first one was with
Inclusive marketing.
inclusive marketing. I knew it was an I word.
Ollie and I and Kelly, we sat and hashed it out for a good 45 minutes. He got to ask me about a little bit of my background and how we started Business Bros, all that stuff. Fun times. Make sure you guys check it out. It was on a little bit earlier today. So hopefully I'm not crowding your live feed too much. Or maybe, hopefully I am.
I was watching it.
It was good
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, it was
Good stuff.
Yes.
And just a quick intro, we do have, once again, Mr. Yousif Alias at Useful. Dang, did I spell that right?
Yousif. Yes.
I did.
you
Okay,
did.
good. I got it right that second time. So at Useful on Instagram, and we're going to be talking media traffics and everything that this man brings to the table. Very exciting show for everybody scheduled for today. Remember, though, before we get into all of that really exciting stuff, we got more exciting stuff. 365 pairs of shoes is what we're trying to collect by the end of the year. Bring them to us as early as possible. We still got homeless people out there that are suffering even during the summer months. We have a personal story of somebody giving away their shoes during the summer months, watching somebody walk around on the hot asphalt. So, it's not only during the Christmas season that they need those shoes. Also, not tomorrow, this Friday, day after tomorrow, May 10th. Nan, tell us about our May 10th event.
We got the San Diego, the SDAR real estate convention. We're gonna have we're gonna be at the expo. Look for us at the Mike Russ Club or the Mike Russ Schools booth. Stop by, pop in. I'm thinking of taking the mics so you guys can sit down and we can chat a little bit. I don't know if we'll have online capability, but we'll record some stuff. We'll say what's up, take some pictures, give you some content for your Instagrams, for your Facebooks. Get out there, to let everybody know that you're out there getting educated, increasing your value in the marketplace so that you stay top of mind with your clients. And then on the 22nd of May, we have beep beeps. On the 22nd of May, that was for 2-2s. There you go. Beam, beam. So on the 22nd of May, we're going to be at Liberty Station with Driven Wealth Management, and we're going to be talking about developing your investment strategy. So a lot of you are out there making money, which is absolutely awesome. How do you put that money to work for you? You need to figure that stuff out. Otherwise, you're not going to have an exit strategy. You're going to find yourself 10, 15 years down the road, hustling, grinding, doing exactly what you're doing today, except not going anywhere. So you need to develop a plan, and we're there for you May 22nd, Liberty Station. DM me, Hernan, at csfirst.com, or text me, 619-884-4915. I'll send you the details for that event. Looking forward to seeing you there.
All of you. All right. And now to our regularly scheduled program with Mr. Yousif Alias. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's internet.
Yes.
It's taking over the world. It's already taken over the world. What are you doing a little bit different? I mean, you were talking a little bit off the air about what's going on. Tell me a little bit about media traffics and what's going on over there.
So, the internet has been taken over since like 2007. Just people didn't think it's going to be this big. You know what I mean? I started my entrepreneurial journey by selling hats and Jordans online until I had a trouble with Nike suing me for having their stuff on my website.
Oh, so you must have been doing pretty good then.
I was doing pretty good sales, right?
Yeah, if they're going after you.
Yes, I was doing Facebook ads at the time, and they were very, very cheap. Cheaper than right now. Anybody can create a Facebook ad and make some sales, right? after that, I kind of didn't want to sell any products anymore. I wanted to help people that are already have a product in place, help them make more sales, right? And I started Media Traffics when I was 19 years old. And I knew a little bit about marketing, but it was at a time where it was getting way tougher, more competition, right? And for 2 years, I was struggling to get my high-ticket clients, right? How do I get these people to pay me and I don't have any experience, right? What's that case study that's going to get me that client? I had nothing, right? So I would go out there door to door and ask people, hey, I want to create your videos. I want to advertise you on Facebook, and you don't have to pay me anything.
Dude, isn't it weird? I literally had this conversation with Claudio Ramirez, who's helping me out, helping us out with some of our social media stuff. And the way we connected is he was literally going door to door asking that, hey man, I'll make you a free video for your Instagram.
Right.
And everybody was telling him no.
Right.
Like, I couldn't believe that, how many people would tell him no, like, no, I'm good, or I'm camera shy, or whatever. Dude, don't you know what kind of age we're living in today? Like, you have to take advantage of these opportunities. And I hit him up right away. Well, actually, Kevin Feely sent me that message, the live that he met with him. He's like, dude, I think this would be somebody, useful. And I was like, hell yeah. So I hit him up, and, now we're connected. But to do that for free, like to put your information out there just to have a case study, how many people told you no?
Man, I would go to a lot of people and they would say no. The only time that one person said yes is because I was with my friend. My friend is a rich guy, right? And I was at a time where I knew that I have to surround myself with people that are doing better than me, in order to learn from them. And we were driving his Corvette. We went to this restaurant, and that guy, for some reason, he thought it was my car, right? And he wanted to know what we do. And I was like, hey, I do marketing. Would you like me to do your marketing? And I started with that one guy 3 years ago. Mind you, he's still with us today because I created a campaign for him. I used my phone to do a video, but we advertised that campaign, and that video went really viral. That business was about to go bankrupt. And then all of a sudden, the doors are open and it's full.
Floodgates of sales.
People are coming out of nowhere saying they're from Instagram, from Facebook, from everywhere. And from there, I created this case study and I would show it to people, and I still get no's, but not as often as I did before.
Well, now you have something to prove that it works, right?
Right.
So now it's not just a baby-faced 19-year-old kid walking around saying I'm the next internet guru. I actually have evidence to show you that it's been tried, it's been proven, and I can show you, I can bring results.
Yes.
And that's a big deal because especially in the internet world, we're living in a place where image is everything. Like, he only talked to you because he thought you were driving the nice car. Like, if it wasn't for that, he probably wouldn't have even take a stab at it. Right. Yet it was the defining factor in going out of business and staying in business.
Right.
So there's something to be said about having an image online, to having that brand online, to having that persona, but not all of it is productivity, right? What are you doing to make sure that you take what's traditionally an image and turning it into product that can sell? Because there's that conversion factor has got to be there.
So basically, they had amazing food, but nobody really knew about it. So we had to demonstrate. In any marketing campaign, you have to demonstrate what people are getting. In the restaurant space, we do a lot of marketing for restaurants. And right now I don't do videos anymore. I have a team that does my videos. And before they do the video, I'm like, hey, I want you to do a video where I want them to eat it with their eyes before they even come to the restaurant. So we craft that video, and then we start advertising it to the right people with the intent of keeping them on Facebook, keeping them engaged with the ad, and then hopefully get that ad viral, and then to the point where we don't have to spend money on it, we can move to the next thing. Just
a point of view type of thing.
Yes.
Because you want them to essentially visualize themselves doing whatever it is that you want them to do, eating the product, buying the product.
Exactly.
And like, are you staying mostly like on Facebook, or are you actually doing Instagram, or are you seeing the difference?
So if you're creating a video, for example, right, and you're advertising on Facebook, you can, the same time you create it, you can advertise it on Instagram, because it's 2-in-1 kind of platform, right? And if you connect to your pages, you can advertise it on Instagram. Now you have a video, you can also advertise it on YouTube. It's one of my new favorite way to advertise videos on YouTube, because you can actually target exact links, of people's videos. For example, you can create a course, or something, a webinar, to give value to EXP or people that are not in EXP yet, or people that are just agents, right? And then you start placing all these ads on the same videos that has to do with EXP. Maybe people are curious about EXP, and your ads can pop up every time they watch that video.
So I sell a new brand of soda, and I want to sell this soda. I could literally take my promo video for my soda and put it in front of a Pepsi audience.
Perfect. Yes.
That makes total sense.
Yes.
Is it relatively inexpensive on YouTube? Because I haven't we have a YouTube page, and we put all our content. We don't take any time to edit it. We don't take anything. There's no intro. There's no outro. It's raw. It's not very, attractive on YouTube, but there's content out there. Yeah. Is it important for us to start building? Is it cost effective for us to start building on YouTube right now?
Dude, I mean, you're already creating content. Why not put it on YouTube? Why not, optimize it for the best SEO? Because you never know. One video that goes viral on YouTube, it can change your whole life. It can change your whole audience present. Because if that video is attractive enough for somebody, they're going to click on your channel and they're going to want to see other videos, which will give you more views, right? And more leads. I've been uploading videos for the past 2 years. I've been posting videos since 2007. I would do like soccer videos and tricks and whatever, and they got a lot of views at the time. And right now, I post a video every single day, and I get like 30 views max. But one time, I posted a video about EXP KV Core, and that video is picking up like crazy. Again, 100 views every single day. And that video is giving me exposure for my other videos. So now agents are coming at me. They're like, hey, I saw your EXP video, and I saw your marketing video. I'm curious about how am I getting leads. I'm curious about getting leads on Facebook. So now it brings all these opportunities from just one video.
That totally makes sense. And, I never even thought of that angle, because EXP, to me, it's one of those opportunities. I say this all the time, but, I'm a big proponent of getting people to that age of retirement, helping them buy time, right?
Yes.
And so for me, it's always getting them to understand that retirement is not an age problem. It's a cash flow problem. And if I can get them to solve the cash flow problem, then they win, right? And when I came across EXP, when I realized how the whole program works, I was like, dude, it just makes sense. You're already in this business. You're not going to stop selling houses. Right. You're not going to stop representing buyers. Yeah, you're going to get a little bit of a commission difference, a little cap difference, but you get it back.
Yes.
In stocks. So you're truly at 100%. And then if you actually take time to talk about the value add that you get, KV Core, I haven't even talked about KV Core. And that's one of the value added bonuses. You get an IDX website, it's client management, it's lead generation.
It's
like
huge.
It's built into your EXP program. And that's not even, that's just one piece of the opportunity.
Right.
That can blow your business out of the water.
Hey guys, I love to be the dummy around here.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So we're talking about KV Core. So KV Core is basically all-in-one platform. From a marketer point of view, if I want to do something what KV Core does, I would have to purchase a CRM, and then I would have to create a website, and then I would have to integrate the CRM with the website and the website with the IDX. The IDX is the MLS website, basically, or all the properties on the MLS, and it takes so much work. And what KV Core does is brings everything together. The IDX, the properties, your leads, the email campaign, the drip campaign, the text campaign. It brings everything in one place. And that's why it's a huge value that I love to talk about on YouTube or anything, because people are actually searching these keywords. Like, they're searching about what KV Core does.
You don't have to be an EXP to get the KV Core system. You can get it on your own. Yeah. It's just like $500. I think it's like $500 a month or something like that.
$500 a month for the basic version.
For the basic version.
And $1,000 for the complete thing.
And you get that part of EXP and it's part of your tech fee, which is $85
So hang on. $500 a month, which is $6,000 a year. So you get that. And you have to the biggest cost to you is the $16,000. So basically, you're taking $6,000 off the top.
Off the top, and if you actually get the full version, so you get the $1,000 version. So that's $12,000 in software that you're getting alone.
Seriously?
Without anything else, this doesn't even count all the training that happens every single day. This doesn't even count the support that you get every day. This doesn't even count the stock or the downline that you can build on attracting agents. So that's just on software alone.
So that whole $16,000 argument, well, let me make up $12,000 of it for you by offering you this CRM and KV Core system that would actually cost you $1,000 a month.
Yeah, right off the top. And
wow, okay.
You know, like I said, if you actually opened your eyes to the opportunity that's in front of you, rather than just cutting it off because you heard somebody say that's dumb, don't do that, right? If you actually looked at the opportunity, you can see the value that's being created here,
right? And
there's no reason why you wouldn't move.
Right.
I mean, it just blows my mind that once I realized that, now I have to say it all the time, because if I don't, I'm ripping people off of the opportunity to see.
Right. That's what I learned from Billy Jean. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, Billy Jean is marketing.
And in one
I'm part of that Gene Pool program, everything.
Right. So in one of my webinars about EXP, I'm like, look, if you can't really see the opportunity, get out of here. I don't want you either. I don't want you on my team. If you're hesitant, get out of here. I don't want you on my team. If you're this, get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's basically it. Like, if you can't see the opportunity,
that's cool.
That's cool. You know, it's fine. But
my biggest thing is when we first got into business, the very first business we had, well, officially anyways, was a computer repair company, right? And I had a technician in there that told me, hey, we should advertise on Google. We should do this cost per click, right? And I remember specifically telling him, no, that's not a good idea, because they're not going to find me on Google if their computer's broken. We're a computer repair company.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong, right? I should have done it then. IPO for Facebook, I was like, I'm not buying it. It's $25 a share. Where's it at today? I don't want you to look back and say, damn, I should have done that.
Yes.
The opportunity is right here staring you in the face. And all you got to do is look at all the options, look at all the value that's there. And if then you decide not to, well, then you've made an educated decision. But if you're just knocking it without taking a look at the opportunity,
right,
you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Right. So, I mean, I did marketing for a lot of agents before I find out about EXP. And they would always tell me, hey, become an agent, become with Keller. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be an agent. I'm not going to work for any broker. I'm not going to be in an office, because I have my own office. I have my own employees, and we're doing fine, right? But when I heard about EXP, and they're like, oh, you don't have to be in an office. We have a cloud office. You don't have to be in a team. You can have your own brokerage, own team. You know, you can build your own team. So now I'm like, okay, so EXP is like basically owning your own business, but you're just under EXP, you know, and you get all these benefits for free. So after that, it was just like a no-brainer. That was my goal. Like, I'm going to get my license. I'm going to be with EXP.
It gives you the opportunity to build a true business.
Yeah.
That's something unique. And that's something that's hard to get across to a lot of people. Because most real estate agents don't have the business mindset. They have the self-employed mindset.
Yes.
And so getting them to understand that there's an opportunity for you to build something that when you go on vacation, your paycheck doesn't go on vacation. It comes with you.
Yes.
It continues to, not only goes with you, it can continue to grow, essentially. So, you know, again, open your eyes to the opportunity. I got to throw the plug here. If you're interested, text 123EXP to 31996. I'll send you a 7-minute video. It'll start the conversation going. Or contact Yousif.
Yeah.
He'll talk to you about it too. So either way, but ask, get some information so that you can make an educated decision.
Right.
All right, tell me a little bit more about. I'm curious about this whole YouTube marketing. So what do you do? Is it a little bit different how you're attacking the ads, or are you creating the ads for each individual platform?
So if you've already created a Facebook ad, it's a little bit similar to creating a Facebook ad, right? You start with the creative. You choose a video you want to promote, and that video that you're going to promote, it's going to actually get views. So when people see it outside of that ad, they're going to see that it got views, you know. You can't use some of the stuff Facebook uses, so you're going to have to create a landing page, right? So your landing page could be like, hey, I have this webinar happening. We're explaining how you can get passive income, right? And what I like to do is, first of all, the first ad, I like to collect data. I like to know everybody who watched my video, who interacted with the video, who clicked on the link.
This is like a name, email, phone number type thing?
Right. So I like to just like Facebook Pixel, YouTube has a pixel tracking code as well. And you can put that in your landing page. That's very important, because if you keep just targeting cold audience, you're not gonna really get anything.
Right.
So the whole idea is targeting cold audience, and then if they engage, that tracking code picks it up. And then you can retarget those same people that engaged in a different campaign. And that's where the money's at. That's where you can get leads cheaper. That's where you can get clicks cheaper. That's where you get conversions cheaper.
Because you're essentially, the way I explained this before, it's like the first ad is like, hey, are you interested? Come check this out. The person clicks on it, and they read it. Maybe they are interested or not, but they don't complete the form. They don't complete the task. Second time they see it, it's because you've already tagged them, you've already pixelated them. So the second time, your ad might be something more like, I know you're interested. I saw you the last time, right? So come on, finish this up this time.
Yes.
And then do it again. And then once they hit that second time, you can track them again and retarget them one more time with the final one, with an ad saying something like, look, you've been here twice already. I know you want to do it.
Right.
What's stopping you?
Yes.
Let's finish this up right now. Let's get this going. You're going to regret it.
Yes. So it's easier said than done. Targeting them like over and over again based on how many times they viewed it, it's a little bit difficult, but it can be done. It can definitely be done when you track every conversion. When they go on the thank you page, there has to be a certain code that alerts your pixel that, hey, they went on the thank you page, and that's a lead. It counts as a lead. So when you run a lead campaign, they're gonna only charge you for the leads that you got, basically.
So when they actually get to that page.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's not bad though.
Right.
That's when they're talking about the cost per lead, right?
Correct.
So you can end up spending $100. So if you get 100 leads, you're paying $1 a lead, which is not terribly bad, especially. But what happens after you generate these leads? You still have to follow up with them, I'm assuming.
Correct. So there's two ways to generate leads on Facebook. There's a way where you can create a lead gen ad. An ad that keeps them on Facebook, but it takes their information automatically. And then the other way is creating a landing page, like I said earlier. And then you connect both of these things, the ad page and the landing page, to like a CRM. I like to connect my clients, who are realtors and mortgage brokers, to something called Lead Owl. And Lead Owl is basically a software on your computer, on your phone. Every time you get a lead, you get notified. 15 minutes later, you get notified again, right? And it keeps you on your toes in order to follow up. And when you open it, you can text them pre-written text messages. You can pre-written emails. So it's very easy to follow up. And once you have that conversation, once you get them to like meet up with you and you know what kind of house they want, then you put them on KV Core. Then you give them the alerts and you get them all the text messages and stuff.
So Lead Owl. This is one of those systems that can automate these responses. So first you generate the lead off of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, right? It goes into Lead Owl. And then Lead Owl is sending them automatic text messages or automatic emails?
It doesn't send automatic messages and emails, but you can send them messages and emails. But they're already pre-written in the database. So you just press a button.
And it sends them to
choose which kind of this, because there's three options. There's three templates that you gotta optimize, and then you see which template that you like. Boom, send it to them. I usually have a template for new leads, templates for leads that don't pick up, and templates for leads that I haven't talked to in a while. Right? So every now and then I would go send them a message, whatever.
And this is just so you got them as a lead. This is to generate engagement. Yes. Right. And so the purpose of this, whether you send them an email, you send them a text message, any of these pre-written ones, it's to generate that interaction so that they respond. Right. And because all of a sudden when they respond, when you're asking them, are you interested in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or I have this, whatever it is that you're asking them in these text messages, when they finally respond, it's no longer a cold market lead. Yes. Now you're talking about a warm lead. Now you're talking about somebody who's either replied to a survey or who's replied to a text message or has some sort of engagement with what you're asking them to do. Right. So they've made some sort of micro commitment.
Yes.
Then that's when you're picking up the phone.
Yes. That's when I'm like, I call them. I call them right away. When I get the leads through Lead Owl, I call them right away. And sometimes they're like, oh, that was fast. I just submitted your form. And I'm like, I'm always on call. I'm always ready. I'm always working. And I'm going to do the same thing if I was helping you. I help buyers and sellers. I don't charge buyers anything. As a matter of fact, I give these benefits. And then, would you like to work with me? If they do, we meet up. And then after that, I let them sign the contract where I represent them. And from there, it's kind of like smooth sailing. I put them on the KV core. I send them alerts. Some people take forever to buy, but if they're really serious, they would buy. You know?
Yeah, because it just depends on, always comes down to motivation and time frame, right?
Yes, exactly.
So some people are interested, just not very motivated. Some people have a long time frame. They're not going to be ready till around, September, October sometime. Some of them, they're going to be shipped out in the next, 30 days. They need to do something yesterday.
Right.
So yeah, you're right. Everybody's a little bit different, but you've already established yourself with the lead generation, the communication. You've gotten the follow-up, and the most important part is you got them under contract.
Yes.
Right, and that's huge. That's huge. So what else are you doing as far? You were telling me a little bit about the restaurant business. How are you helping people convert on that end?
So the restaurant business is very tough because there's no really any leads to follow up with or any people to know if they really actually came through or not. So we track these metrics by impressions and by how much the restaurant grows. So when we take a contract, we say, okay, this is how much you're making right now. This is your exposure. This is how much you're getting exposure from all the medias. And this is what we're going to do. And every 2 weeks, we show them in a report how many views they got through Google, how many views they got through Instagram, how many followers they gained. And they show us their income statements. And they're like, okay, you guys helped us get this much, right?
Do you ever target like specific days? For example, like I'm in the restaurant business, and you know what? Wednesday nights, not Taco Tuesday, right? So Wednesday nights is the slowest night in my business. I don't get anybody here. Can we create a campaign to get people here on Wednesdays?
So you can definitely do that, but there's no such metrics where you can set the dates to it, where it only goes online in a certain day. Although that would be a great idea if Facebook does that, right? But you can turn on the ad on, let's say, Monday, gets approved. You can leave it for Tuesday. If you get busy on Friday, you can turn it off. That rarely happens with our clients, but when it does, they get very busy and they call us and they're like, hey, we're going to turn it off.
Pause.
Pause, because some of our clients spend $4,000 to $5,000 a month on Facebook ads. So what we do is we separate that in half. The first half is to get the cold market that they've never heard about the restaurant. And the other half is to retarget the cold market that whoever watched the video, whoever, downloaded their coupon, we keep retargeting them with the other 2,000.
Now, some people might look at that and say, damn, $4,000 a month? What kind of return am I getting for $4,000 a month?
So, yeah. So they're getting this restaurant, one plate is $50, right? So the return they're getting on $4,000 a month is up to $20,000, because before they started doing Facebook ads, they were doing about $80,000 to $90,000 a month in sales, or revenue, if you want to, gross. Now they're making anywhere from $100,000 to $120,000 after they started doing Facebook ads, because they were doing a lot of billboard, they were doing a lot of
traditional marketing,
traditional print media, right? And
nobody was looking at it.
Yes, so they're not doing any of that no more, and they're doing more digital.
So in other words, they're reallocating their marketing expense. They already had a marketing budget in play. They're just reallocating it to where the eyeballs are shifting.
Right, and they didn't start with 400 or 4,000. They started with 2,000, and we were still getting them results for that amount. And then they went to 4,000, 5,000, and they keep scaling it up as they're getting ready. And now they're gonna open another restaurant, on the beach, I think. So
yeah, well, if it's working, then of course.
One of their videos, we stopped promoting it 2 months ago, and it's still getting attraction, it's still getting shares, it's still getting people tagging their friends. So that's like a word of mouth on steroids. You just gotta light the fire and light it really good, and then you just let it go.
How do you know what's gonna go viral? Do you even know what's gonna go viral, or do you create
Nobody
videos
knows.
in certain sense? Like, do you have a a recipe that you like to do for your content to help at least get it closer to?
I definitely do. So when I first created content, I try to get a wide shot in the beginning to catch the eye a little bit. It could be a drone, it could be a house, it could be something interesting, it could be an intro. Intros are very outrated, but they're really important. You know,
Well,
like
the first couple seconds that you're
Yes.
watching.
Yes, the way you come into the video is everything, right? And then you gotta have some kind of prop. You know, why should they stay and watch the video? A prop could be like a question, a tease, a problem that your audience might have. You know,
You're creating a story loop.
right? You know, and then I like to state the benefits of why they're watching this video, right? Are you stuck with your real estate brokerage and have no idea what you're gonna do for retirement? This is what I do. You know, you state the benefits, and then at the end, I like to state the call to action. You know, if everything you've heard today was valuable, if everything you heard was helpful, I got this, and that. I got this free checklist. Go ahead and download it. That's it. That's
Simple.
basically what it is. You know, catch them, give them the bread and butter of your video, give them what's in it for them, and then ask them to take action.
That's going to make all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Man, and how long does it take to create something like this? I mean, do you when you set it up with a client, is this something that is going to take all day, a week to produce? What kind of turnaround times are you usually working with?
Ooh, it's getting hot.
Oh, tough question. Sorry.
No,
I was feeling the same way, man. I got you.
I mean, it takes, you know, it depends. It depends on the commercial. I like to keep it 30 seconds to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
If it's less,
Because it's Instagram time frame, right?
yes, yeah. If you want it to be on Instagram, you have to make it, you know, in that time frame. More than a minute, it's not gonna be on Instagram.
You're gonna cut it off.
You know, and then sometimes with real estate agents, I like to keep it long content.
Vertical.
Yeah, vertical. So if you're scrolling, it takes the whole screen.
Smart.
And
That's a smart play.
If you're on Instagram, it takes the whole screen on the story side.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So you don't have any space missing. You're taking the whole space. And that's what catches the eye. You know, that's what you want to do. And another thing, when we create these videos, we want to create some relatable situation. It could be like a girl, guy in a restaurant, or a date idea. Something where people can tag their friends and family and be like, hey, I saw this and I remembered you.
Yeah. So if it could be seasonal, it could be, you know, blind date type situation,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Some emotional connection that you
Right.
can have with what's going on in the situation.
Exactly.
Something real.
Yes.
Not just hey, here's my restaurant. This is what I'm doing. Come check it out.
Yeah. Nobody cares about your restaurant. Nobody cares about your product. You know, people care about themselves. What's in it for me?
They want the emotion.
Exactly.
They get sold on the emotion.
Yeah, they get sold on the emotion. If it's funny, if it's very delicious to their mouth is watering, that's what they get sold on.
Ooh. So what kind of food is there at the restaurant, by the way, that you're promoting?
Dude, I do all kinds of restaurants, from Thai restaurants, Vietnamese restaurants, Mexican restaurants, Arabic restaurants, you name it.
So now you roll up in the Corvette and it's yours. And you're going to
Sometimes.
roll up and get some...
I'm not into cars. I'm not into cars. But the first thing I bought when I made a little bit of money, I bought my own hair salon. Because I'm fascinated into buying businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm in the marketing in businesses. I bought a salon. I renovated it, remodeled it, took the profit, $2,000 up. And I was able to buy my parents a house. And that's what really matters. I don't really care about cars, jewelry. That can come later. I'm 23 years old. I want to set a foundation and not buy as much junk and shit that's not gonna go in value, basically.
I love that.
I just want to note, I feel like it got glossed over really quickly here. 23 years old?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, you are impressive, my friend.
Yeah, for 23, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
You're actually
it.
doing the Kiyosaki thing. You're spending your life buying assets
Yes.
and not buying liabilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Things that put money in your pocket, not things take money out of your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Yeah, when I had $40,000 in my bank account, all my friends told me, "Dude, you gotta get this Mercedes. You gotta get this new car." You know, and I was all I can think about, how am I gonna multiply this money? You know, how am I gonna invest it in something that 2 years from now is gonna worth more? And that salon, I bought it 2 years ago, right? And the first year and a half, I already made what I spent on it in the profits from the restaurant, from the salon, right? So now it's paid for. It's bringing me extra income, and I can sell it for twice of what I bought it.
Because of the revenue model.
Right.
So the multiplier went up.
Yes.
I love it.
More revenue, more. It's worth more.
So you're basically, I mean, I'm going to simplify it here. You're playing Monopoly.
Exactly.
It's what you're doing. You're taking the cash flow.
I've
You're
never
buying more
actually
stuff.
played the game Monopoly, but that's what I'm doing. in
Sitting
real
right
life.
there over your shoulder.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's up there, right? Because I mean,
There
that's
really is.
that's how you do it, right? You're gonna take 1 salon, 2 salon, 3 salon, sell
Right.
them off,
Mhm.
and buy something else, something
Right.
a little bit bigger, something a little bit nicer,
Right.
something putting more cash flow in your pocket.
Right. I'm in the process of buying my second salon right now. I went door to door. I was at one of my clients. I went door to door, and she was like, I was like, "Are you trying to market this salon?" She's like, "Not really. I want to sell it." I was like, "How much?" And she told me a figure, and I was like, "I'll get it. I'll buy it." So right now I'm in the process of getting that salon as well, and then
Especially because you already have a marketing campaign set up for salons,
exactly.
so you can just turn it back on, point it in this direction,
Mhm.
and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So you know the valuation of what it is. You can look at the P&Ls and be like, okay, this is where you're at. This is where I know I could realistically take it.
hmm
How are you running the employment? That's kind of tough, right?
I don't have any employment in my salon. All I do is I have space.
You
Right.
rent the space.
I rent the space. When I got it, 7 people were renting space. So it was breaking even. It was making a little bit on the side. Now there's 12 people renting spaces. And there's 2 people that are renting rooms.
As an insurance person, you and I need to have a conversation because there is a law change here in California through the Dynamex case. I don't know if you are familiar with that or not, but those people that are renting space could very easily be qualified as employees. So those of you who are listening out there who are barbers, nail salon owners, anything along those lines, your 1099 contractors could very, very well be considered employees.
And it's just the state of California, man.
Yep.
It's one of those things where like something happens and some court case wins and it really throws everybody off.
Right.
Yep.
So it's just one
So
of those
you
things
think
where
you think you're saving money on those workers comp costs, but in fact it could end up costing you a lot. So let's talk about that after.
Definitely.
After the
yeah,
show.
it's always scary. But dude, that's business, right? Modify and
business.
adapt. Modify and
That's it.
adapt.
Business is very risky. Whether it's marketing, I can literally get sued any day. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in any business, it's that risky.
You haven't been in business, so you got sued.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you get a letter from Nike saying we're gonna sue you for 20.
Yeah,
See-
it's at least a cease and desist, right?
23 years old, already getting a cease and desist from Nike. I love it.
I was 18 at the time.
I love it.
You know? And they let me get away with it because I was like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You know, I wrote a whole big letter and I sent it out, and they were like, okay, just take it down, and we're not really gonna press charges. We respect your entrepreneurial spirit, and just take care. Something
Yeah.
like that.
That's cool, though. I mean, think about it. I would have called Nike and basically had told them, hey, by the way, I'm sorry. I was just doing what you told me to do. I just did it. Right?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it.
You
know
told
what I
me
mean?
just do it, and so I was just doing it.
No, the other thing
Nice.
is these shoes were not real. I was getting them for $50, selling them for $150 to $200.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely going to get mad at you for that.
Yeah, my
For sure.
profit margin was a lot.
Well, I mean, but that's what you're in business. You're in business to make a profit.
Yeah.
So you're doing that. You didn't know what you were doing wasn't right, but you got told, you took it down, you fixed it, and you didn't stop doing that. You didn't stop going out and buying low and selling high.
Yeah.
You just went and did it in another realm. And
Yeah.
it's okay. It exists. You took the skills that you learned from that failure and you applied them to something else. And now you're making a profit in a whole new level. Right now, you're specializing in the salons. Why not? They're out there. They're busy. Everybody's, women want to look beautiful.
Right.
They're gonna keep wanting to look beautiful.
Of course.
And we men would like it if they continue to to look beautiful. So it's gonna be a business that's gonna have clients always coming in.
Right.
And you have a way of getting clients in to your salons.
That's easy.
More power to you, man.
Salons are way easier than restaurants, real estate, all that.
Yeah.
Because you can't really find who's trying to do their hair. You can't really target her, specifically. But when you actually do, you retarget her again, it's a no-brainer. But the differentiator for me was targeting people that are already doing hair and makeup. And I was like, hey, I have a salon. We have 5 more booths available. We offer free business cards. We offer a free website for you. And then we give you a free month. See, all the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, if you would like, we can schedule an appointment. You can come in and take a look at these booths. 2 months later, I filled the whole salon the same way. And I only spent $200 on Facebook ads to get all these filled. And now, instead of making, I think it was making $1,000 when I bought it, profit. You know, because the revenue share is 5,000. Then you pay your bills, you pay your rent, you pay all these people, and then you're left with 1,000, right? Now the revenue's up 10, and the profit is up like $3,000-$4,000.
Because your overhead stayed the same, but your profit margin increased.
Yes. Overhead stays the same, kind of.
Well, I mean, assuming the commission basis is a little bit different, right? But your basic overhead, the electricity, the lighting, everything else, pretty much stays the same.
Right.
So,
and ever since we did a remodel, I went in there, and some ladies were paying really cheap for the space. Some lady had a whole room paying only like $90 a week, and I was like, dude, you're making this much money, you're paying this much, it's not gonna work out for me. It's either you pay me a little bit more, or I'm gonna replace you. So that lady, it makes sense for her to stay there because the clients are used to it. She started paying me double for just being there.
And that makes sense.
Yes, and that makes sense for her.
Yeah,
you know, because she's been paying that for the past 8 years.
It's a win-win. All right, Yousif, how do people look into the camera? Tell people, how do they get a hold of you if they want to work with you? How do they get a hold of you for EXP? How do they get a hold of you if they want to work on social media? How do they get a hold of you?
Dude, it's very easy. You can follow me on Instagram, Useful. You can follow me on Facebook, Yousif Alias, or just go to mediatraffics.com/projects. We have all the projects there. We've done marketing for universities. We've done marketing for restaurants, car companies, auto dealerships, you name it, you know. So my experience is very vast, and every time I take a project, I'm not really scared to dive into it, dissect it, and find out how am I going to bring these guys some clients that are going to actually buy, and not just, you know, do stuff on their website, or not just because a lot of agencies will be like, oh, I'm going to get you this sales, and I'm going to grow your Instagram. And next thing you know, you have fake Instagram followers, fake Instagram likes, and no engagement.
Right. And 100% of the time, it's all about engagement.
It is.
Yes. It has to be engagement. No engagement, it's worthless.
Right.
You can get 10,000 followers for like $50.
Yes, exactly.
So what?
I just want to say this has been a hell of a show, Yousif. It has been such a pleasure to meet you and hear your story. Again, thoroughly impressed with you, man. 23 years old, out there killing it, buying and selling businesses, creating the following that you are, and just doing everything that you're doing, man. I'm very, very impressed with you, and just it's a huge pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, likewise, man. I learn a lot every time I speak to a new guest. You've brought a lot of value to the show, so really appreciate it, my brother.
Yeah, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, quick reminder, 365 pairs of shoes by the end of the year. 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. Hit him up. He'll ride his Harley over there. He'll pick up the shoes. And if you're interested in the insurance business, want to get into the insurance business, you have home policies, you have business BOPs. Oh, I learned that through the word there. Right? Business owners policies. Let us know. James will be able to handle that. 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com.
And really quickly on that insurance note, if you are a person who is hiring a lot of contractors and you think you're safe with your workers' comp, please give me a call because we really need to talk about that.
At the very least, learn and make an educated decision, which brings me back to EXP. If you are EXP curious, text 123-EXP to 31996. Get some information. Make an educated decision. Get with it. You're gonna regret it because it's blowing up, and you're gonna get left behind. You're gonna regret not doing it ahead of time, or at least finding out what it's all about. Don't find out later. Find out today. Figure it out for yourself and let us know.
Last thing before we sign off here, big shout out to our camera and video crew back here, Nino and Renee. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you.
All right, muscles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, reminder, May 22nd, developing your investment strategy. May 10th, I'll see you at the real estate convention at the convention center.
I'll see you too.
And make sure you stop by. Take a picture. Say what's up. Let's get a lot of selfies. Let's get a lot of Instagram, Facebook content. We'll be there. Till then, peace.
Bye-bye.
And I'm out. See you, Facebook.
Bye, Facebook. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. Y'all rock.
Stop, dude.
Cool, man.
That was good.
If you guys have any questions, I got you whenever.
All right. I definitely will.